The world would be such a better place if everyone would occasionally just go out of their way to make someone else's life better.
Me and Cam, we can't change the world, you know, far away, but I'd like to think that we can change the world around us a little bit by giving back, you know, any way we can.
It's better to give than receive, but for two Shaw employees, giving took on a whole new meaning.
Well, a few months ago, I was at a service call in one of the buildings downtown, and after I finished everything up, I was on my way back out to the Shaw van, and this old lady interrupted me and had some questions about some old equipment that she had found when she was moving into the building.
I don't know where I first met him. I think he came to hook up the phone and things.
We got talking a little bit, and she mentioned that she collects bottles, and if I had any, to bring them by.
I must have said something to him about recycling, because the next time I seen him, he and his wife had 4 big bags of recyclables for me.
A few weeks went by, we saved up our bottles, and we brought them over. I finally got to meet Grandma Jean, and she was just the sweetest old lady you could ever imagine.
We get talking, find out that she's collecting these bottles to save up for a mobility scooter because the government won't subsidize one for her, and she just doesn't have enough income being single and retired and in Fort Mac, a town with quite high rent.
She was telling us that she was pretty much near done walking. She had a walker that barely supported her, and she had to make it across 2 lanes of traffic just to get to the grocery store.
I have an artificial hip, and I had an awful bad fall. They said that the artificial hip didn't slip out a joint, but it did.
So me and Cam had to talk about it, and didn't have much money put aside. The money that we did have was our Christmas money to go home, back to BC.
We were going to take the money that we had set aside for going home for Christmas and going to look around and find a mobility scooter for Grandma Jean and bring it over and give it to her.
And then when I seen him a week later come back, I said, "Oh, thank you, Lord." He's brought me back some more recycling, but he never unloaded any. And he wheeled his scooter over, and I said, "Who's that for?" He said, "That's for you." I said, "You gotta be joking."
And she was just teary-eyed and really thankful, and we gave her a little early Christmas miracle, I guess.
I'll get to go home another time. It's only money for someone who can make money, but in a situation where you're elderly and you don't have any family, you only have what the government's going to give you.
You know, everybody deserves to feel loved, especially at Christmas. I'm such a Christmas person, you know, so everybody deserves to feel loved and like they have a family for Christmas. So it gets me a little teary-eyed.
These stories happen everywhere, not just at Shaw, and these humble employees didn't expect this much attention.
We didn't do it to, you know, I'm actually a little bit nervous in front of the camera, so I never thought anybody would actually ever hear about this except for our friends and family who, you know, are going to read my blog and be like, "Oh, that's why they can't come home for Christmas. You know, that's a pretty good reason. We forgive you."
For Go at Buffalo, I'm Doug Roxburgh.